No complications, no emergencies, not even a trauma, and I'm hungry.
Oh, can we wait for Lou?
Oh, now, where's he?
Out.
Can you narrow that down just a little bit? Huh?
We got a letter from Cliff.
Cliff? Hey, gimme. Gimme.
He's been made captain.
Good.
Is it?
Of course it is.
I mean, did you know how he became captain? Have you come to that yet?
Oh. No, don't you worry. He'll be back. Safe, too.
There must be thousands of homes, maybe hundreds of thousands, where people are saying just that.
Don't you worry. He'll be back.
You're always so trusting.
Yeah. I'm trusting, and I'm sure about this.
Won't be much longer.
No. Hey, you know what we could do? Fly to San Francisco, the three of us. Yeah, meet Cliff, have a big blowout, all four of us.
Oh, I'd like that. Do you think you could get away from the hospital?
Oh, they can do without me for a few days.
I mean, can they?
Well, ain't nobody gonna get sick long as Dr. Miles ain't there, you know. Hey, fix me a taste.
I remember when you were in the Navy. I remember your father saying that. Don't worry, Alma. Harry's going to be all right. He's going to come home safe and sound with a chest full of medals.
Yeah, what'd you do with them all?
It's funny you mention that. I polished them all today.
All of them?
Well, I didn't have time to polish all of them, but...
That's the trouble with you people. You're so unreliable. Oh, I'll get them.
If that's Lou, tell him dinner's ready.
Yeah, I'll tell him a heck of a lot more than that. Hello. He isn't here right now. Yes, he should be home soon. Would you like to leave a message? Well, this is his father. Tell me who's calling out. Who would you like to leave?
Who is that, Harry?
No, just some girl for Lou.
Oh, who?
She didn't say.
Not very polite.
Well, you know, kid, you know.
Got my key.
Yeah, a minute late.
A minute?
Mm-hmm. Girl called.
Girl?
Mm-hmm.
Who?
Didn't say.
Say she called again?
Uh-huh. Oh, she is?
Well, don't know.
I had a feeling it was a long distance. What's going on, Lou?
Hey, Mom, is he putting me on?
A girl did call.
But I mean, this inquisition.
Just asking.
You know, Dad, next thing you'd be taking me in the basement and beating me with a rubber hose. Police brutality.
What makes you think I need a hose?
Sir?
A letter from Cliff.
Oh, yeah? How's he doing?
They made him captain.
Yeah? Well, they keep that thing going and he'll be General Black.
Bite your tongue.
Yes, ma'am. Well, at least it doesn't look like he's trying to become too big a hero. Captain Miles. Rednecks, a tin hut.
Knock it off, Lou. Knock it off. Now, what's going on?
Where?
Suppose we start with New York.
Harry, let's have dinner.
Yeah.
Did you order those glasses, Lou?
Sure.
All of them?
Well, most.
Why not all?
Dad, I saw what I wanted to and I heard what I wanted to.
Now, don't get uppity with me, Lou.
Well, there's a word I thought got buried with the freedom marches.
Harry.
Now, what exactly did you do in New York?
Went to classes. Saw a few shows, you know, jived around.
With whom?
Hey, Dad, if you didn't trust me, why'd you let me go?
Because you were going to be with your aunt, and I didn't think you'd be hanging around all night jiving around. Lou, did you get involved with some girl?
I went out.
That's why you cut classes? Oh, Lou. When I was your age, I wasn't afraid to talk to my dad. I could ask him anything.
Dad, do you see what you're doing? Do you hear? You aren't asking me anything. You're accusing me. Now, why don't you just spell it out? Why don't you just say exactly what it is you think that I've been doing? Well, come on, Dad. This is communication. We are communicating, aren't we? At least you're trying to communicate something to me. So say it. I'm listening.
Dinner is ready.
Guess I'll go wash up.
Doing it all wrong.
Point is, Harry, what are you doing? Well done. It must be a good feeling, Mr. Cord, to know that your generosity not only helps Rodney, but others as well.
The boy?
Before your machine arrived, he couldn't even make that small gesture.
Well, I'm glad he's improving, but Rod's my main concern.
Well, according to our attorney, you merely lent the machine to the hospital so we could begin Rod's therapy as quickly as possible. This makes it permanent.
And confidential.
Of course.
You donated the therapy machine.
Is that it?
Yes, Mr. Cord. Dr. Fielding, call emergency. Dr. Fielding, call emergency.
Why?
That's a lot better than wearing sackcloth and ashes the rest of my life, and a lot more productive.
You didn't tell anyone.
Just the people who had to know,
Dr. Rossi.
and Dr. Miles, a few others.
You didn't tell Rod.
Look, I want him to use that machine, not wreck it. Now, we both know if he found out that I was the one that gave it to the hospital, that's exactly what he'd do.
Isn't your penance getting a little expensive, Stephen?
Oh, it's purely selfish, Betty. And that's more like it, isn't it? That's the Stephen you know.
At least it's the Stephen I can believe.
Look, I don't like feeling guilty, even when I've earned it. And the sooner Rod walks, the sooner I can stop it. Selfish enough? Therefore pure enough?
Maybe when he does walk, I can thank you.
Don't say anything to anybody, especially Rod.
Another secret we have to keep, Stephen.
We both want him out of here. Are the reasons really that important?
I'm going in to see Rod now. I think it would be best if I told him.
Let's put it this way. Now, why tell him out of some misplaced sense of loyalty?
Lots of people come to the hospital for lots of reasons. Brakes need relining. These lawyers come to visit their clients. Wives come to visit their husbands. So sometimes they happen to meet in the hall.
Shut up.
If you try to make anything more of it than that...
Get out.
If you try to make more of it than that, you're going to wind up with that wheelchair to keep you company. Do you understand? Look, Rod, we're only talking. That's...
I know it's late, but can you hold the lights out for a few more minutes?
Yeah, sure.
Sorry I'm late.
So am I. See, when you're not here exactly on the dot, King Kong drags me off to the therapy room for a little more torture.
Is it torture?
Well, there are a few other things I'd rather do.
That therapy machine, is it helping?
Every day in every way.
I mean, it came at exactly the right time, didn't it?
You really want to talk about this?
It's going to help you walk.
No, it isn't, Betty. It just strengthens the muscles that I can already use.
But that's important. The stronger your arms and back are, the more they'll be able to help the rest of you.
What'd you do, take a crash course on physical therapy?
No, I was just asking questions and reading a little.
You know, I worry about you, Betty. Like tonight when you weren't here, I thought something had happened to you.
The federal government happened. Harrington Brothers Motorcycle Sales and Repair filed their 4th quarterly estimate.
Oh, really? Is that what kept you? You were slaving over a hot stack of books, huh?
Want to see my time card?
No, I trust you.
Rod,
What? Just a minute. What, Betty?
nothing. Come in.
Playing our song.
Taps?
I'm afraid so.
Good night.
Good night.
Preview from the continuing story of Peyton Place.
Noi siamo occupati.
Per il pubblico, una piazza.
Ma tu sei un asino. Noi siamo sposati.
I'm a very stubborn man. I know what's happening. I'm not cutting out on either of you. You dig it?
You work for me, and you're going to follow orders. Now is that clear to you, man?